going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. Finally feeling better. I hope you all had a great Christmas. Hope you're able to celebrate.
Look what happens next.
So, going to go over the results of my picks for the Christmas games. Then go over what I'm picking for today, as well as tomorrow. So one more week after this, and then the playoffs, which we are not in. So, yeah, won't be watching the Cowboys in a couple weeks. Well, 1 week we got the Giants left, and that's it. We should probably, like Tom Downey said, try to lose that game, so the Giants get booted from the number 1 pick. Who knows what we'll do, but we'll probably throw Dak Prescott out there. He'll get killed or hurt, and then he'll be out for a year. Who knows? Anyway, the Cowboys did beat the Commanders. Commanders still had a chance in. The defense is the worst defense I've ever seen from a Cowboys team on the field. To find one close, probably have to go back to what, 2013 under Monty Kiffin, Lane Kiffin's dad, the architect of the Tampa 2, when under John Gruden all in Tampa. Just a player we just was not good at all. Then maybe you could go to Rob Ryan. His defense didn't do well. Some of it's the players, man. We just don't. We haven't drafted well on defense since Van Der Esch, Jalen Smith, Micah Parsons, Sean Lee. We don't draft linebackers like that anymore. Seems like. And we cheap out, so. Anyway, we beat the Commanders, but they did have a chance at the end with Josh Johnson at quarterback. And he missed some open throws. I mean, it's bad. It's really bad. But we won, so. I did pick the Vikings. They won. Detroit just. Look, they're missing their top tight ends. They're missing most of the offensive line. Their guards and their center have been out. Taylor Decker's been hurt most of the year. Penei Sewell hasn't played great. Their offense isn't as potent as it was last year. And their defense is too predictable. Too much man, not enough mixed coverages, not enough changing coverages, not enough shifting and motion to try to fool the offense. Not a lot of blitzing or anything. And they're missing their safeties and their corners. And, I mean, their injuries have really, really impacted the Detroit Lions. And the Vikings defense under Brian Flores, if he's not... He probably won't be considered for a head coaching job because of his lawsuit with the NFL, unfortunately. But I feel I wish somebody would hire him. Maybe we can shell out some more money for him to come to Dallas and run our defense. I'd be good with that. But their offense wasn't great, but it was good enough. And their defense was more than good enough. And then you had the Broncos and Chiefs. The Chiefs, people were like, oh, Chris Olajuwon is... No, he's not Patrick Mahomes. He played okay. But just, no. Maybe he can be your backup for a while. But he hasn't won any games. He's not going to. And he's not a franchise quarterback, so But they need Chiefs need more on defense, secondary especially. And they're going to have some free agents doing all of them. They need offensive weapons and an offensive line. They got to start drafting some offensive linemen. Andy Reid knows that. I mean, he had Harrimans and Peters and all those guys back in the day. John Runyon, he had all those offensive line. He knows what works with the Eagles. So the Broncos could end up with the best record in football. And don't sleep on him. Bo Nix I said he's going to be one of the best quarterbacks coming out of that draft last year, and I think he's proven it. Their defense needs some work, but they'll be even better next year. They're going to be in contention. This division is much tougher than what it used to be. So today you have the Texans and Chargers. So I was right on the Broncos. I picked the Broncos, Vikings, and the Cowboys. I'd picked the Broncos only because Mahomes wasn't playing and the Chiefs weren't playing for anything. So I'm like, the Chiefs will try, but they don't have enough lead in their pencil. Texans and Chargers. Texans need to make the playoffs. They've got to win this game. It's in LA. Chargers are getting a little bit healthier. I think the Chargers win this game, but it should be a very good game. Wouldn't be surprised if Texans come out and win this because they need it bad. But there's something about the Chargers this season. This could be a special year for LA Charger fans. And I'd be all right with that. Ravens at Packers. Packers have made the playoffs. They don't really have anything to play for. They're not going to get the number 1 seed. They're not going to get the number 2 seed. They're not going to win their division. That dream's over. That's not going to happen. So maybe rest their starters and get ready for the playoffs. They're going to get bounced, I'm sorry to say, in the first round. They're not going very far. This Packers team is a mess. If not for the Vikings, they'd have something to play for. But the Ravens also have something to play for. I think the Ravens are the better team. I'm taking the Ravens to beat the Packers. And then tomorrow games, Buccaneers at Dolphins. I'm taking the Bucs. Patriots at Jets. I'm taking the Patriots. Steelers at Browns. I'm taking the Steelers. Jaguars at Colts. I'm taking the Jaguars. Saints at Titans. I'm taking the Saints. Seahawks at Panthers. I'm taking the Seahawks. Bengals and Cardinals. I'm taking the Bengals. Giants at Raiders. I'm taking the Raiders. Eagles at Bills. I'm taking the Bills. Bears at 49ers. I'm taking the Niners. Rams at Falcons. I'm taking the Rams. And then we'll be into Week 18, the final week of the season. And we'll see who wins what divisions and what the seeding looks like. We'll go into it now as well. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and do that. And I don't see this really changing much. AFC, Broncos, I think, are going to end up with the number 1 seed. 13-3. And Patriots still have a chance. If the Broncos lose next week, Patriots beat the Jets, and then the Dolphins, they're the number 1 seed. One of these two teams is going to be the 1 seed. So Broncos, Patriots are locked in. Jaguars are locked in. Chargers, Bills. And the hunt, the Steelers, I'm pretty sure they're going to get that. And the Texans. So if I had to pick the wild card team, I'd say the Texans are looking outside in. I think the Colts, they're on the bubble, but I don't think they make it. Ravens, I think, are going to be eliminated as well. Dolphins are out, of course. Chiefs, Bengals, Jets, Titans, Browns, Raiders. Kind of been out of it for a while. And now with the shutdown of Max Crosby, the Raiders are, I don't know if they... I pick them to beat the Giants just because I don't want the Giants to win, but Giants should actually win that game. To the NFC, Seahawks are the number 1 seed right now. The Rams could still get that division, but not likely. Bears are 2 seed. Eagles are 3rd. Eagles ain't getting any better than that. Number 4 is the Panthers right now, but I still think the Bucs take that. Then you got the Niners, Rams, and the Packers. Yeah. And out of it is the Vikings, Lions now, Cowboys, of course, Falcons, Saints, Commanders, Cardinals, and Giants. So, yep. I have a feeling the Panthers, Colts, and Ravens will soon be out of it. And the Texans as well. So, that is your playoff picture as of right now. I think we could end up having a Broncos-Seahawks Super Bowl again, or a Patriots-Seahawks, or a Patriots-Bears. Broncos-Bears would be interesting. Jaguars, Bears, Chargers, Bills. Any of these teams could win the Super Bowl. I don't think Green Bay. I'm not including them in that. I just don't. Oh, but Jordan Love magic. Oh, they went all the way to the... Yeah, that was a couple years ago. That magic's gone. Anyway, guys, if you liked the video, like, subscribe, comment, share, notifications. Once we hit 100, doing a free giveaway. Love you guys. Peace be with you. See you on the next one.